to one of the most polarizing figures reality television has ever produced, to outrage, backlash, and calls for cancellation, how a viral meme turned into a reality TV nightmare, and how fame exposed sides of him the internet never expected to see. Before the cameras, before the memes, before the controversy, Ed Brown lived a relatively quiet life in San Diego, California. He worked as a photographer, he was divorced, and he was a single father. Big Ed was born with Klippel-Feil syndrome, a rare condition that affects the spine and neck. Because of this, his appearance stood out. For most of his life, Ed talked about being bullied and rejected because of how he looked. This backstory would later become a key part of his public image. Long before 90 Day Fiancé, Big Ed accidentally went viral. Short, funny clips of him joking, dancing, and being self-aware about his appearance spread online. People laughed, but not cruelly. It felt harmless. Ed leaned into it. He embraced the joke. He leaned into self-deprecation. He built a small online following. At this stage, Big Ed was seen as funny, confident, and oddly wholesome. Everything changed when TLC cast Big Ed on 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 days. His storyline introduced Rose Vega, a young woman from the Philippines, more than 20 years younger than him. From the very first episode, viewers paid attention. Big Ed wasn't just funny anymore. He was awkward, demanding, and controlling. At first, some viewers felt sympathy. Big Ed cried about loneliness. He talked about fear of rejection. He framed himself as the vulnerable one. But cracks appeared almost immediately.
I know you're tired of me asking about your past, and I don't want to do that anymore. I want to put it behind us. But I have a favor.
What the favor?
So there's a test that you can take.
Ed asked Rose to take an STD test, while refusing to take one himself. He commented on her breath, her hygiene, her living conditions. He treated her less like a partner and more like a project. What once felt funny now felt uncomfortable. Social media exploded with criticism. People accused Big Ed of manipulation, emotional control, using his vulnerability as a shield. The most disturbing moment came when Rose confronted Ed about lying, about wanting kids, about his intentions, about respect. Rose walked away, and for the first time, Big Ed lost control of the narrative. Overnight, Big Ed stopped being that funny internet guy. He became a symbol of how fame can hide red flags, a symbol of how sympathy can be weaponized. The same clips that once made people laugh now made them uncomfortable. The joke wasn't funny anymore. Despite backlash, TLC doubled down. Big Ed returned, again and again. Each season, he was louder, more dramatic, more emotional, but also more exposed. Enter Liz Woods. Unlike Rose, Liz was American, closer in age, and already familiar with Big Ed's fame. Their relationship quickly became one of the most chaotic in 90 Day Fiancé history. Breakups, reconciliations, public arguments, private humiliation, all on camera. It wasn't romance, it was a cycle. Tell-all after tell-all. Big Ed perfected a pattern. When confronted, he cried, he played the victim, he shifted blame. Other cast members noticed, viewers noticed. The emotional breakdowns felt less real and more strategic. The audience changed. People stopped defending him. Instead of poor Big Ed, the conversation became, why does TLC keep enabling this? Fans accused Ed of emotional manipulation, not just toward Liz, but toward viewers. His tears no longer softened criticism, they intensified it. When TLC placed cast members in a shared mansion, tensions exploded. Big Ed admitted missing Liz, again. Public tears, public pressure, public discomfort. Liz looked trapped between boundaries and guilt. Viewers called it emotional manipulation in real time. Outside the series, former co-workers and acquaintances began speaking out. Stories surfaced describing controlling behavior, boundary issues, fame-seeking patterns. Nothing illegal was proven, but the image worsened. Unlike other cast members who were removed from the franchise, Big Ed stayed. This raised questions. Why him? Ratings, controversy, engagement. Big Ed was profitable. Online sentiment hardened. Memes turned bitter. Comments turned harsh. The same platform that made Big Ed famous was now dismantling his image. Today, Big Ed still appears publicly, but the tone is different. No longer funny, no longer lovable. just controversial. Big Ed isn't just a person, he's a case study. A reminder that viral fame isn't character, sympathy isn't immunity. Reality TV doesn't create villains, it reveals them. Big Ed rose because people laughed. He fell because people watched closely. And once the curtain was pulled back, the joke ended. From internet meme to reality TV disaster. Was Big Ed misunderstood, or did fame simply expose who he always was? Subscribe for more deep dive documentaries into reality TV's most controversial figures.